Hey everybody. So Facebook has changed its live video setup and I don't know how to share this to my group. The little button's not there anymore. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just share it later. Or I could do it on my laptop. Okay, well, I don't want to waste time. So I posted a picture a while back. Let me grab my laptop while I'm talking. I posted a picture a while back saying I was using this Beat the Heat bundle, and a lot of people message me and they're like, I don't know what that is. I can't find it on your website. So it's not actually a thing, on the website anyway. I got the idea from Tiffany Pratt. She had said that she had gone to, it was either Disney World or Disneyland, and had used a combination of different pharmacy products to create like a heat-proof, sweat-proof makeup. So of course I asked her, okay, what did you use? And this combination of products is what we're calling the Beat the Heat bundle. You're not going to find it in on the website, but you can definitely message me and we can customize the products to fit you. Sorry, I'm going to share this to my group. I guess I have to do it from my laptop. So it is, while that's loading, it is a combination of 6 pharmacy products, 1 non-pharmacy product, because we just don't have it yet. Here we go, copy link. Share. 2 seconds, I'm sorry. Does that do it? I hate when Facebook makes updates and I don't know what we're doing. No, that's not what I wanted. Copy. We're getting it. We're getting there. Anyway, combination of products that can be customized. You could take this down to 5 products. You could take it down to 3. I mean, really just depends on you, but there are a few essential ones that make it beat the heat, as in make it sweat proof. I wouldn't say like waterproof, like going swimming in the river, but you certainly could. But definitely sweat proof, smudge proof. So this would be good for someone going on a trip to the river, going to Disney World, being outside in the sun, going to a baseball game, going to a pool party, or someone who just doesn't like a lot of coverage, like a lot of stuff on their face, that kind of thing. Sorry, I just want to share it. I just want to share this video, and you're making it very complicated. There we go. Copy. Yes. Cool. Post it there. Sorry. I know this is annoying for people watching. Skip ahead a little bit if you're watching this on replay. I'll get to the makeup in just a second, I promise. I'm trying to share it to my Facebook group and then to my team page. Come in. There we go. One more place and we'll be ready. Now I'll just go ahead and tell you the first product is our primer. VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer. This is the one in the silver tube. There's also one in a purple tube. And again, this is kind of where we come into where we can customize it to fit you. This is a matte finish. This one has a, the one in the purple is the Camera Ready Strobe Primer. So it has a more glowy, dewy look. That would be really, really good for summer. You can use either one. I use them interchangeably. I tend to go for this one just because I'm a little more on the oily side. So I already have that kind of natural dewiness going on. So I usually tend to go for the silver tube. Okay, I'm gonna post this one more place and then I think I will be done. So I already put on the primer. I love to let primer sit for a little bit. You don't either. You don't want to put primer on and then immediately start piling products on top of it because it's just gonna slip right off, take the primer with it. You want to give the primer a chance to soak into the skin. What primer does is it's going to fill in the pores so that the makeup, fill fine lines and wrinkles so the makeup doesn't settle into those. Makes your makeup last longer, which is the point of this whole Beat the Heat bundle, is to make it last throughout the day, okay? Become smudge proof, sweat proof, that kind of thing. So primer and the fourth product we're gonna use, which is the setting spray. These two are the must-haves. Everything else, again, we can interchange depending on what you're wanting, the kind of look you're looking for, that kind of thing. But these are essential, the primer and the setting spray. So first is primer. It has set for 5 minutes now. Okay. Next, face perfecting powder. Sorry, I have a blurred background so that I stand out better, but if I ever hold up a product back here, then it makes it all wonky. So I'll try to stay here in my little box. This is the face perfecting powder. We also have a terracotta finishing powder. We have a transparent powder. We have a BB powder. This is the one I prefer. This is actually a powder foundation. So it has the most coverage in my opinion. If you're wanting a little less coverage and more glow, you would want the terracotta finishing powder. I'm not using the terracotta this time because it doesn't come in a shade dark enough for me. I'm pretty tan right now, even though the bright lights I have are kind of washing me out. The darkest terracotta powder is too light for me right now. So right now I'm using the face perfecting powder in cool, dark, and then I like to apply it. If I'm applying this all over the face and trying to get a foundation coverage from it, then I tend to use a very small, dense, short brush. Okay, this is the Real Techniques buffing brush. Something similar to that, if you have something kind of like this, like a little contour brush, something that's short, stiff, compact, okay? So then I swirl it around. We can tap off a little of the excess, and then I just start buffing this in. Now remember, this is not a full coverage look. This is, I'm ready to leave the house. I want to look like I did something, but I don't want to look like I did much at all, okay? I'm going to the pool, I'm going to the beach, I'm gonna go, I don't know, something outdoors. And you're like, well, I wanna look put together, but I don't wanna look like I actually tried. I don't wanna look like I actually have anything on, and I don't want it to melt off my face. That's what this is for. So I'm just buffing that literally all over, getting a super light coverage, and done, okay? Next product is I grabbed the 3-in-1 face palette. Now, I did that because you can get bronzer, blush, and highlight all in one product. If you don't like this, you could add a couple of products to your bundle. You could do bronzing powder, you could do a separate blush, you could do a separate highlight, you could skip the highlight, you could skip the blush, literally whatever you want to do. I just like this, makes it really simple, all-in-one compact bronzer, blush, highlight. So we're going to do that next. Setting powder is going to be next. No, setting spray is going to be next. Okay. This is the last face product. So literally primer, powder, this setting spray, then we finish up our eyes, okay? So we're gonna take kind of a fluffier brush like this. I'm gonna put it into the bronzer. And now I personally do the back of the cheekbones up the temples, sides of the forehead. Okay, and I do that on both sides. We're just adding warmth and glow back into the skin. Now again, we're not looking for full coverage glamazon kind of thing, right? We're just looking like, wow, she looks nice and glowy and summery, but doesn't look like she put on a lot of makeup, right? So back of the cheekbones, temples, up sides of the forehead, side of the forehead, temple, back of the cheekbone, okay? You can go as light or as heavy as you want. That just adds some depth and glow back into your face. And then I like to go under the jawbone on both sides and then blend it down. Okay. Then I take my blush color here on a blush brush and just smile. I do the apples and then blend it back into that bronzer. So again, this could be a step that you skip completely. You don't want any blush, bronzer, highlight, that's fine. You can just do the powder and, the primer, the powder, and the setting spray and be done. So just kind of blend it back. Now, most important, like crucial, if I get you a little beat the heat bundle and get it put together, this is a no, what's the word I'm looking for? No arguments, no substitutions, nothing. This is crucial. The Makeup Time Locker setting spray. So we spray it all over. We go a little bit farther away from the face so that it's just a nice little mist. And I'm gonna do this so that it dries quickly. Otherwise, I typically just kind of let it set and dry on its own. Now, next product is the only non-Farmasi product I'm gonna use, and that's just because, one, we don't have one in a formula like this, in the packaging like this, and we don't have a color dark enough for me. So I use the Morphe, what's that actually called? Morphe Micro Brow Pencil, excuse me. Morphe Micro Brow Pencil. I have the color Chocolate Mousse and I have the color Java. I can't actually remember which one's supposed to be darker. Has a spoolie on one end and then kind of a harder formulaed twist up pencil. That's just the kind I like. Farmasi's supposed to be working on one, coming soon. You didn't hear it from me. So we just brush up the brows to begin with. And then when I'm doing a more like light, natural, no makeup kind of look, I tend to go lighter on the brows, but I don't ever skip the brows completely. They're still essential. So I draw mine in. I just kind of use a lighter touch, if that makes sense. Lighter, feathery strokes rather than like, So basically I'm just like drawing in an arch because I don't have one over naturally. Draw one in, I fill it in a bit, extend the tail. And then I do super light upward strokes at the beginning of the brow because that's the direction the hairs grow. If you'll notice, the hairs on your eyebrows grow straight up and down in the beginning and then they go over to the sides. So that's the way I draw on the brow hairs, and then I take the spoolie on the other end and brush through so we don't have any actual pencil marks. Just like so. It's still probably more of a dramatic brow than most would do. I really like to have I like to have my brows done. And I like them to be a little dramatic. And again, just little light feathered strokes upwards in the you know, inner part of the brow, and then I brush through. Now I am gonna add one more little product to the bundle. Again, totally optional. This actually could be the only product you use for your brows if you had nice, full, dark brows that you didn't really need to fill in necessarily, and that's our brow mascara. For someone like me, I just like it because it adds a little more, just a touch more darkness, and it kind of works like a hairspray for your eyebrows. You brush them up, it holds them in place, and then it like seals that in all day so you don't have all like wonky hairs going every which way. So that's just a little extra product I tend to add in there. Totally optional. Okay, and then next is mascara. So I am a false lashes girl, but on days where, again, maybe swimming or whatever, you can just use this is water resistant, not waterproof. So basically that means if you were to submerge yourself in the pool, there's a chance mascara is gonna run down your face. It's gonna. But if you were to get, let's say, teary-eyed, or maybe get splashed with some water, then it's gonna stay put. Does that make sense? So it's water resistant, not waterproof. Okay, so I'm gonna curl my lashes a bit. Now the Double Lash Extend mascara is one of our more expensive, it might be the most expensive mascara that we have. I'm trying to think. Pretty sure it is, but it's my favorite because it actually has a dual-ended, well, not a dual-ended, it's one end, but a dual system here. If you twist it from the bottom, that is your volume. Then if you close it back and twist from above the pink right here, that is your lengthening, okay? And it really does create like the most voluminous lashes you can get just from straight mascara. I tend to do 3 coats, so I do length, volume, and then length. It's up to you. You can totally do whatever you want. But I will say with 3 coats of mascara, I can typically put on false lashes quicker than I can do this. But again, when we're going for like a more natural look, this is what I do. So like I was saying, this is the more expensive mascara. I think it's $22? Somewhere around there. You could totally exchange this if you wanted to keep the cost of the bundle down a little more. Exchange this for the Zen mascara, which is like less than $10. And also really, really good. Zen tends to give, I would say, more length and separation than volume. So it really just depends, kind of like your lash extensions in a bottle. Just depends on what kind of look you like. So that's 1 coat of lengthening, and then again, screw that down, grab the pink part, and this is your volumizing step. Brenda Donaldson was a good product for under the eye. I have fine lines. So first of all, you want an essential eye cream first. So I love the Resurface line. I love the eye cream that comes with the Resurface line to help try to diminish those fine lines. And then makeup wise, I love our under eye concealer. It's the VFX Pro Concealer. It comes in a little tube like so. It's very, very, very hydrating, moisturizing, sits on top of the skin, doesn't seep into those fine lines. It actually was just reformulated to do just that. It's very pillowy, if that makes sense. Is this makeup good for mature skin? I'm over 40. Well, I'm almost 40. And yes, it's very, very, very good. We have lots of ladies well up into their 70s, 80s that use this makeup. Now, this look I'm doing today is just a very, very light makeup. It's not, I didn't even use foundation. I used a powder foundation. It's called our Face Perfecting Powder. By the way, I'm just doing the lengthening side for the third time, and then I'm gonna take what's left. I typically don't dip it again, and then just go under my eyes. So you would really, really like our VFX Pro Camera Ready Foundation. That is my go-to daily when I want, you know, a full face of makeup. It sits very, very light on the skin. You can hardly feel it, but yet gives really, really full coverage. Okay, under the eyes and done. And then, like in the summer, I just like to add a lip gloss. You can literally do any lip product you wanted in your bundle. A lip gloss, a matte lipstick, anything really, a lip balm. I'm 46 and joined because I watched a 61-year-old BI use our products I was sold. See, there you go. I typically just add a lip gloss, and I actually have something that I can't show on camera, but I want to put on my lips. So I have three little somethings. I can't show you, but they'll be out next month, and they're absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Which one do I want? Let me try this one. I can't show you, but you're gonna kind of get a, obviously, I just gave a bunch of hints as to what it is. But I'm gonna throw it on, and that will be my lip for today. By the way, I have a little bit of mascara. Anyone ever, you know, make your little mascara mistakes here and here and here and here and here? I'm gonna show you how to clean that up when I'm all done. Oh, these are amazing. I just showed you way too much of that product. I probably wasn't supposed to do that, but oh well. Buttery, glossy, gorgeous lip glosses. Okay, so that is that it? That's it. That's the Beat the Heat bundle. Again, I wear this to work on days where I just don't feel like putting a bunch of makeup on, like a full face, where I don't want makeup to like come, I work at a hospital, so I don't want makeup to come off on my mask. Most days it does with a full face of foundation, and it gets a little gross at the end of the day, but whatever. Q-tip, completely dry. We're gonna run it under my eyes where I got a little mascara, and then it will just flake right off. Don't do this before it dries, because you'll just make a big old mess. But anyway, yeah, I use this days where I don't want a lot of makeup, days where it's gonna be really hot and you don't want to just sweat it right off. Boom. Done. That's a look. Dry my hair and then good to go. So I'll get close up on you so you can see. Obviously my freckles still, you know, are coming through. I have a big old sunspot right there. But it's like, it's still your skin. It still looks like you're not completely covered and caked in makeup, but it's like, oh, she looks nice and summery and dewy and that kind of thing. You know what I forgot to do? Just realized I didn't use the highlighter. That's okay. Let me show you how you would use it. So before the setting spray, after the bronzer, yes, I'll do a recap, Cindy. After bronzer, then I did the blush. Highlight should have came next. I always do this on live. I completely miss a product. So this, again, totally optional. Highlighter, just a little bit on a really fluffy brush, or you can use a fan brush. And I just like to do it on the high points of the face. I'll go ahead and do it because it's not gonna hurt anything. You just essentially would wanna do this before the setting spray because it just, you know, locks everything in place. So the highlighter from the 3-in-1 palette, I like to do a little C shape, top of the cheekbones, top of the brow. You see the glow it adds compared to this side? And then you can go top of the brow bone there, so on the other side. Just adds a beautiful summer glow. Then you can go down the bridge of the nose, center of the forehead, go tip of the nose, I take my finger and go right on the Cupid's bow. Again, better to do that before you put the lip gloss on, but that's okay. If you want to highlight tip of your chin, you can do that. If you want to bathe in your highlighter, you can do that too. It's all up to you. So there's it with the highlighter added. All right, recap of everything. Yes, VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer. Let it set for 5-ish minutes. Let it soak into the skin. Face perfecting powder with a dense buffing brush. I use the shade Cool Dark, but there are multiple shades. I can color match you. 3-in-1 face palette that had the bronzer, blush, and highlight all in one. Then we sprayed the makeup time locker spray. Again, let it set dry. Then next was brows. I used the Morphe Eyebrow Pencil. Farmasi does have a brow pencil. It's just a softer formula. I like the more like harder formula with the spoolie brush at the end, that kind of thing. Plus, Farmasi doesn't have a shade dark enough for me. I like a really dark, dark brown, almost black. So that's why I use the Morphe pencil. Then the Double Lash Extend Mascara that you could totally trade down for $10 less and do the Zen Mascara if you wanted. And then a lip gloss. That's it, right? Yep, that's it. Just so you know, everything I used today personally would total you around 90-ish. You could take out lip gloss, use your own lip products. You could take out mascara, you know, get a cheaper mascara. We could get it down to about $50, $60. Again, just depending on your budget and your needs and what you want, just send me a message and I'll help you out. Yeah, let me see if I missed any other questions. I don't see any. So drop me a comment below or send me a message and I'll help you out with your own Beat the Heat bundle. You guys have a great day and I'll talk to you soon.